Dude, it's like, nah, man, I want to risk it all. This is the fucking thing about life. It's like there's this fucking weird conflagration and like combinatrix of the way that you live where it's like people want to stay in the same place. But it kills you, right? It kills you. And it's like, man, what is staying in the same place is like thinking the same thing. It's like being the same thing and having the same attitudes, having the same opinions. And it's also having the same outlook. It's having the same intention. It's having the same goals. If you stay in the same place for too long, like you lose yourself. And it's just like, dude, I just like give myself up to that adventure, that place that you exist on the edge of something. And it's like, does it bite me in the ass? Yeah, sometimes it fucking does. Because it's like, I always choose that. I always choose that thing. I always choose the next fucking thing because it's the only way that I can feel like I'm fucking doing something. And maybe am I running for something? I don't know if that's a part of it. That's probably a part of it. But it's like, you lose yourself when you sit still. You lose yourself when you stop the motion, when you stop moving. And even when you fucking decide to do something, that's like, even that is like some partition of choice, of stagnation and stasis and a lack of fucking motion. It's like, just take me, I want the world to just take me into a fucking adventure at every fucking second. And like I said, yeah, it does bite me in the ass sometimes. It'll fuck me up for a fucking long time sometimes because it's like, that's not really a way that most people live life, like always on the edge of the fucking new thing. And it's like, sometimes you don't want to do that or you shouldn't do that, but it's like, I can't help it because I don't want to do the thing that keeps you in the same place because I can't stand being in the same place. I can't stand being in the same moment. I can't stand being in the same energy. And it's like, but there is a fucking thing about life where you kind of do have to sit still for a while and fucking do something to bring something that you want. But it's like, what's the fucking cost? What's the cost of even staying for a second? Because the only way to live is to be on the edge of yourself. The only way to live is to be constantly fucking dying and being reborn in that light. And it's like, man, I'll just always choose that. And it's my curse, it's my blessing in my life, and it's my curse. It's the reason I know so much, and it's the reason that I have so little. not to say that any of the two are different. You could have so much and then know so little. And also it's the reason that I know so little and that I have so much. Because I know that I don't know anything. Because there's too much to know. And I will never sit there and think that I know anything because I keep going to the place where I learn something new and I stand at the fucking edge of everything and look at it and I know you can't know everything. It's not even possible to do so. But I refuse to turn around. I refuse to turn around and face the safety. I refuse to turn around and face the life that will put you in a place where you think you do have the answers, where you think you do have things, where you think that you do have some idea of what it's about. We don't know what it's about. And it's just like, I can't stand thinking that I have the answers because, and you know what that does? That gives me more than anybody ever fucking had because I realize what it's all about. I know what it's all about. And so I actually have an idea of what it is. And so that I actually have more than anyone. I have more than anyone ever could have because I always choose to fucking go to the next thing. And I'll never let myself be in the delusion and the illusion that I fucking have the answers because I keep fucking going to the next thing and I never fucking stop doing it. I can't fucking help it. I don't know if it's some fear, if it's something that drives me inside of me that's like, I don't want to stay still. I gotta fucking keep going. And it's a blessing and it's a curse. But ultimately it puts you in a place where you're just gone. You're past the fucking mountains. You're past the clouds. You're out into the galaxy and just fucking going. And it's just like, that's all you can do. What's the alternative to a life lived like that? What are you gonna do? Sit there and fucking stay and sit on the couch and watch TV? Or fucking go to the fucking same job every fucking day for 50 years and then die? Man, even consider this. Building a fucking $1 billion business. You still fucking are stuck doing that. It's just like, I don't know, man. There's something about life where it's like, maybe it's just like the far end of being like that, but it's like there's nothing in the things that are around you. There's nothing in the things that you can fucking even come into contact with. The things you come into contact with in the reality are already useless to you because they're known, and the known world will only give you so much. People will find this out after how long does it fucking take for people to find this out? Even the richest people are fucking broken after a while if they stay in the same place. And this is just a microcosm of that on an extreme level. That's an extreme level of being in a state of refusal to acquiesce to the things that life offers to us for the things that life offers to us in a trade for some idea of what people think it is. You gotta understand, like, it's not about what other people fucking think. It's not about other people's opinions. It's not about someone else's idea of things. Honestly, like, you gotta let all that shit go. You gotta let all that shit go what someone else would fucking say. You gotta stop being fucking mad at other people for sitting there and saying something that you don't agree with. It's not your fucking problem. It's not your problem that someone doesn't agree with you, or that someone doesn't believe in you, or that someone doesn't have the same ideas as you. It's not your fucking problem, dude. And it's like, if you're mad about that, you gotta understand, like, you're the one being insecure enough to let someone else's fucking thoughts affect yours. You gotta be so and that's what I'm fucking saying. That's part of what I'm saying with this shit, is that you gotta keep burning yourself off until you're literally just a fucking figment of truth. Until the essence of who you are is a figment of truth. And no fucking foolish thing that somebody says is gonna bother you when you're just a figment of truth. Because you know what the answer is. You know what the fucking real shit is. And someone else's idea of it, which is wrong, doesn't bother you because you know what it actually is. And that's the fucking thing about it, is like, that's why you have to put yourself in that position. That's why I don't never regret it. I never regret it no matter what it costs me, because it puts me in the place where I'm gonna fucking know. I'm gonna fucking have the answer because I fucking earned it. I went and earned the truth, man. I went out there and I kept fucking going, and I never gave up on myself because I wanted to fucking know. And that's what it is. It's not about figuring out an equation. It's not about knowing wise things to say. It's not about having whatever it is. It's not about power. It's not about influence. It's about knowing every fucking second of your life that you fucking have the answer because you earned it. And there's a fucking price for that. Of course there's a price for knowledge, man. When you have eternal knowledge, you paid a great price for it, but it's an earthly price. And it's like that, the reward is that you always know what the fucking truth is. And there's no greater power, because nobody can ever fuck with you, dude. Nobody can ever tell you. And it's not even about that. It's not about anybody else. It's the fact that nothing other people say fucking matters. That's the fucking power of it. That's why fucking religious people have such power. That's why people, like learned people, have such powers, because they are in fucking contact with the truth outside of what the fucking forces in this world have any fucking effect on. We fucking know what it is. We know what it is. And when I walk with that in my fucking hand, I don't care what you say. I don't care. And it's not that I care and like, oh fuck you, I don't care what you say. It's that I know what the answer is. And I'm here to find out. And it's not to say that you know everything, but you're in that state of becoming, in that state of knowing. You're in conscious league and contact with what's real. And that is the most powerful thing that there ever has been. That's why truth always will defeat power. Truth will always defeat, it will defeat money. It defeats youth. It defeats anything, man. It defeats arrogance. It defeats humility. Truth defeats humility. Truth, right? Like even the moral aspects of life that you think are powerful aren't the same power as what's real. When you walk with what's real, you hold the power of the universe in your hand, because you understand. You are in league with what is real. You are there with what is true. And when you are there, like, that's it. You're at the only place that matters, and everything else is inconsequential in comparison to that. Death is inconsequential in comparison to that. There is nothing that matters when you are walking with that. When I walk with the truth, when I'm walking with the unfolding of reality at every second of my life, I am with the thing that really holds true, that holds constant, that holds to the fucking edge, and not constant in its essence, but constant in its. It holds constant in allegiance to itself. It holds constant in the experience of having the contact with that thing of becoming. That thing of becoming that cannot bow to any falsity. It cannot bow to any deviated sense of self. It cannot bow to any extemporaneous concatenation of some idealized or centrally defined constitutional right. Like, it's just the truth. That's why the truth will always fucking incontrovertibly win, because it stands there at the becoming of reality and defines it as such. It is the underpinning of what happens. So it always is predicated on there's anything built on top of the scaffolding of anything built to obfuscate the truth will be revealed by the end of the truth. That's why the light is the revealer. The light is the revealer because it is in league with itself. It is the constituted becoming in a form of reality that it takes, and the form of reality that it takes is the becoming. It is the process of being, and that's the process that we are within. So that when you are within the process, in league with the process, as one with that, you are with the truth. And there is no greater power than that. I'm not doing it for the power. I'm doing it because I fucking have to do it. That's how I started this conversation. That's what it really is.